This is Jamey Boyum in Longview. I'm here at LISD Administration Building with Dr. Wayne Guidry, and we today are going to be talking a little bit about a proposed clinic. I guess it's going to be located on the high school grounds, right?
Correct.
What's the clinic for?
Well, the clinic will be twofold. One, it will have a medical provider, physician, and as well as 3 licensed professional counselors. So it'll address the physical side as well as the mental side.
Okay. And why did you guys decide to locate this on the campus itself?
That was part of the grant requirements, is that it be on the high school premises. And there's another school locally that implemented this similar grant 2 years ago and have had incredible success meeting the needs of the staff and the students through this clinic. So just through seeing their success and just knowing the need that we have with our students and staff, the need physically and mentally as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a tough aspect to talk about. I mean, the mental aspect of the whole thing. I guess, suicides among students have picked up over the years, right?
Oh yeah, back in 2021, suicide was the second leading cause of death among teenagers ages 10 to 14. And we don't like to talk about suicide or mental health. That's something we just put to the side and we just try to avoid. But it's real. When you go and talk to medical physicians and counselors, it's a real issue that not just teens, but I think our entire society struggles with. Especially since the pandemic, it's been a lot of red flags.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so I guess this is going for the board tonight to be voted on.
Right. So we're bringing this before the board this evening for them to vote on the construction of a clinic. And so the grant will actually pay for all operating costs from here on out. We just have to provide as a district the facility for them to operate in.
I got you. And this grant, Wellness Point, is that correct?
Wellness Point, correct.
And you guys became aware of it in early November.
We were awarded the grant back in early November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's like time to get a move on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. They only give you 120 days to implement it, so we're moving quick and hope to have something planned after this evening.
Okay, and I guess a bit of an issue trying to figure this whole thing out, right? Because I guess initially you were trying to keep it like inside the school, but that didn't work out so well, I guess.
Yeah, I tell you, this has been a real struggle. One, because of the timeline with the grant, the 120 days, but also we don't have a lot of space in the high school. We struggle to. I think we started the school year with 8 teachers who didn't have a classroom to teach in, and so we're out of space in the high school, and 120-day timeline. And so I think we've come up with a great solution to just build an exterior building outside of the campus, but still on the campus grounds and meet the grant requirements.
I guess you're going to be looking at exactly where to put the building, right?
Right. We've got a couple options that we're going to consider this evening, and so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so I guess in the meantime, to get this whole ball rolling, some kind of temporary building, is that right?
Right. Yeah. We're proposing a modular building that we're going to place out there. And so, when you hear modular, it kind of sends up some red flags. But these buildings are incredibly nice. You really have to stare at it to see that it was modular. And we plan on, really making it look nice. We are right in the middle of Longview, so we want to make sure and have pride in everything we put out there.
All right. And how much money is this grant?
Annually, it's $350,000 that will be provided to the clinic to help defray their cost.
So would that come in every year? Annually?
Every year.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
For how long?
So it's a 2-year rolling grant. So you're guaranteed the grant for 2 years, and then rolling grants, basically you just apply for them again and they continue on. Okay.
And as far as the grant, I guess part of the stipulation of the grant is you have to have a place to put the clinic, right?
Correct, on the grounds of that campus.
Yeah. And so how is that being funded?
So it's being funded through our general operating fund. But one thing I point out to Dr. Wilcox and our staff is that this past year we had a record year in terms of interest earnings. With interest rates being very high this past year, we collect a lot of interest. So we collected about $2.7 million in interest this past year. So I can't say that we're using interest earnings to pay for the clinic, but that money goes back into the pot, and that's $2.7 million that we didn't collect from taxpayers. It's not taxpayer-funded money, but it does help us be able to make decisions that are great for our students and staff.
Okay. Is there a ballpark figure of how much the building might cost?
Well, it's not just the building, but to have it operational, I mean, there's a lot of things that have to happen, you know, with electricity, sewer, water. The total cost turnkey is right at $580,000 or $550,000.
Okay, and then you have to do that in 120 days.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we have to be operational in 120 days.
yeah, I got you. I got you. So,
But, you know, we started our health and wellness program with our staff members 2 years ago, and we've just seen so many great results come back. You know, when we started focusing on more than just, you know, our work or, you know, academics, and it was just an investment we made in our staff members. And, you know, I polled them last week and asked them several questions, and it's just so many exciting results coming back from a district that decided to invest in their staff members. You know, 85% of the staff members said that they felt like they were in a better place of mind after having participated in the program. 83% of our staff members feel like they're more effective in the classroom. So that's what you know, the way we see this clinic is just an investment in our staff members and our students. And when you do that, there's can be some great results that come out of it. And we're just in a time now where we've got to start talking more about the physical makeup and the mental makeup of our staff and students if we want to move on and thrive here in Longview.
yeah, so if you got problems, it's difficult to learn.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you're hungry, it's hard to learn. If you're sick, it's hard to learn. If you just don't feel good, you know, that's one thing I've told our staff for the past 2 years is that when I wake up and I just feel good and I've taken care of myself, I'm a better employee, I'm a better father, a better husband. I mean, it's just all the way around. You're just better at everything you do, you know, a better friend. And so I think there's something to, you know, us taking a more holistic approach towards our staff and our students.
All right, good deal. Anything you'd like to add?
Go Lobos.
they always add that for some reason. Thanks a lot, Wayne. Appreciate your help. We'll have more later on KLTV 7 News and KLTV.com.